So the other day I went to Duane Reade and I finally saw the display for Color Goes Electric, the limited edition Spring Fashion Week collection for Maybelline. I know, I'm way late, but that's okay. And I picked up the purple lip gloss, which is the color Sensational High Shine lip gloss in Mirrored Plum, I believe. Yes, Mirrored Plum, which is this shade. Gorgeous, right? And I really don't like lip gloss at all. I feel like it's kind of pointless because every time I put it on my lips, it looks like this and then it comes out clear on my lips, and what's the point? And every time I layer it over a nice matte lipstick or even just a satin lipstick, I feel like it moves the lipstick. I don't know, maybe because my lips are small. They look great in pictures, but in real life, they're kind of small, and lipstick can fix that, and so can liner, but lip gloss kind of shows all my flaws. Anyway, so when I got this, I was really shocked to find out that what you see in here, it applies almost the same color. So I naturally went back and got all of them. I mean, look at them. How could you say no? How? I know I couldn't. Anyway, so I'm gonna swatch these all for you, and let me just tell you a little bit about the formula. It's not sticky, at least I didn't find it sticky. I found a lot of the colors decently pigmented. Some were a little on the light or sheer side, but they did have something else to make up for it, like a shimmer or an iridescent, which I feel like redeemed it. I was able to sit here drinking wine, and I did not have them come off completely. Like, there was some on my glass, but it wasn't so extensive that I had to keep reapplying all the time. So I was able to drink through them, though I think if you were eating, you might have to reapply a little bit more often. But I think you can get a good solid 3 hours of decent wear out of this. So that's pretty good. And I love that it's not sticky and that it does have decent pigmentation. I think these would go great with the Maybelline Vivids to wear over them, or as a substitution, maybe as a toned down color. I also think that that would be great. My local Duane Reade is selling them for $7.99, which is steep, because I'm hearing from my friends on Instagram and just other friends that aren't on Instagram that they're getting these same lip glosses for $6 or even lower. So lucky you girls, but I had to pay $8 and change for these babies. Anyway, so let's get started. We're gonna start with Mirrored Plum. And by the way, I have no editing software, so what you see is what you get. I'm going to do live swatches, take it off, and swatch again. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. You can check out my blog, which is thecosmoholic.blogspot.com, if you'd like to see more still pictures. So here we go. I forgot to bring a mirror too, so... Oh, and it's a doe foot applicator. And you just... As you can see, it's already going on quite colorful. And the great thing about this is you can build it up and it doesn't feel heavy. Now, I'm not going to sit here and define my lips with each one. I just wanted to show you. So this is the purple. This is Mirrored Plum. Let's see if I can focus in on that. I can't. That's Mirrored Plum. As you can see, my lips are noticeably darker. It does let the red in my lips or the pink in my lips shine through a little bit, but it still gives off a very beautiful purple color, especially in sunlight, which is quite nice. But here in my house, where I have just my overhead light, you can see it's creamy, it's smooth, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't have a weird smell or a weird taste, and it gives off a nice color. And like I said, this can be layered, so if you want it to be a little bit thicker and more colorful, you can. And if you want a little more sheer, you can. Which is nice. And as you can see, it's very purple when it comes off, just like a lipstick. So, that was Mirrored Plum. Mirrored Plum, I don't think, the writing is very small, but it's $2.40, Mirrored Plum. The next one I'm going to talk about is Knockout Pearl. And this is kind of like a pink lilac color, and it's got a shimmer in it. So that little bit of sparkle and reflection, That is the color of it. Again, doe foot applicator. This is one of the sheerer colors. And it does look like something that would go great with MAC's Baking Beauties. Like, I feel like this would be a great color to wear over Lavender Whip. So, as you can see, it's a sheer color. It's got a little bit of white pearl sparkle. It is a very soft color. I think it'd be great for spring. It still does leave a good amount of color on the lips, and it's not exactly sheer, but it is a sheerer color than, say, Mirrored Plum, and that is 200 Knockout Pearl. I'm gonna wipe this off. I'm sorry, I need to get video editing software soon. It's just so much easier this way. So the next one, before I do the trio of pinks, I'm going to break it up with the peach, which is Striking Peach. It's kind of like a coral color, like a light coral color. Like, I'm not getting the exact color here. It's a peachy coral. There we go. That's true to color. And it's got the same sparkly shimmer that Knockout Pearl had. And this is Striking Peach. And this one is also sheer, but does give some color coverage. I would give it like a 2. I think if your lips were darker, this might not show up as clear, because this on me comes off as almost a clear. I think this would look great over Shocking Coral from the Vivids collection, but it is also very pretty, very sparkly, very shimmery, but not glittery. So you're not having to worry about any glitter particles on the lips or any crumbly, because I know some lip glosses that have glitter or shimmer, you feel like that crumbly stuff. No, this is very smooth. I feel like I could wear this all day, and there is a slight tingle, but not painful. Like, it's not a plumping lip gloss. Like, you just feel a slight tingle, like it has a nice feeling to it. It feels very moisturizing. I don't feel like it's going to dry out my lips, which is nice. For someone that doesn't like lip gloss, this really can convert me. And it's these two shades that remind me of what's coming in Baking Beauties from MAC. These two shades remind me. So these might come out when I get those in. So the next is a trio of pinks. And when I first saw these, I thought, wow, they all look alike. Why get them all? Well, even though these two look strikingly similar, this has a purple iridescent because it is a fuchsia, and this has a bit of shimmer, but it's more opaque than the sheer ones I just showed you. And this last pink is just a bright pink, and this would go with a Pink Pop, I think it is. I think I'm saying that one wrong, but it's the very bright baby pink from the Vivids. This would go great over it. So I'm going to start with the lighter one, and this is Punch of Pink number 230. There we go. And I like how girly pink it is. Again, I'm not defining, I'm just simply putting it on for show, because if I sat here and actually made my lips look perfect, I'd be here forever. So that's that. It's a very light pink. It's not as sheer. I would say it's maybe a 3 or a 4 out of 5, maybe 3 or 4 out of 5, depending on your lip shade, the color of your lips. You know, you can always prime your lips, you know, with a lip primer, or even just a little bit of the NYX Jumbo White Pencil, very, very little, and just blend it out to kind of neutralize your lips a little bit before you apply this color to make it pop just a little bit more. But as you can see, it's quite pink on its own. So, take that off. Okay. The next one is, this one is Riveting Rose. And I remember there was a rose-colored lipstick from the Vivids collection. And I think this would go good over it, but that was more red, I believe. I think that was the shade right after Shocking Coral. I'll have more information on my blog. But this is just for more live swatches. So this is Sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's over here. So this is a bit more opaque. It's very bright, very hot pink. As you can see, it almost comes off like a liquid lipstick, which is very impressive for drugstore. My son just woke up. I'm gonna have to get him really quickly, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Okay. As you can see, it almost applies as a, like, I don't even feel, like, if you gave me this product and said, guess what it is, I would say that's a liquid lipstick, and that's fantastic for drugstore. This is 250 Riveting Rose. It's pretty true to the tube, 5 out of 5 for opaque. Very, very creamy. I'm very sad that this is limited edition, because this is something that I would love to use all the time for everyday look. Because I am a fan of my pinks, as you can see when it comes off. Very bright. Doesn't feel like it feels like a lip gloss on the lips, but looks like a lipstick, liquid lipstick. And the last one is Fiercely Fuchsia. And I think that this would go good with any of the Maybelline fuchsia colors that they released, whether it's the limited edition one that they released for Color Goes Electric, which is where these lip glosses are from, or if it's the permanent line fuchsia shade, or even the limited edition Vivids shade. And like I said, I'll have all details of the names and the exact colors on my blog. And so this does have a bit of violet right there. You can kind of see it. It has a little bit of violet iridescence in it. It really is quite beautiful in person. It's not overwhelming, but it's subtle, but it's there. There we go. Again, very opaque. Goes on right away. Kind of like a liquid lipstick. So there we go. This one actually has a scent. I felt like I didn't even smell anything with the other ones. But this one has a bit of a candy scent. Maybe it was in the other ones and I just didn't notice it, but putting on this one I did. And I don't know if you can see the bit of iridescent. I don't think you can. I guess in regular lighting these look the same, so if you had to choose one, choose the one that you would prefer in sunlight, because this you would see more of the purple iridescent and this you would see more flat. So depending on what kind of lighting you're in, if you do a lot of photo shoots, you might want to opt for this one because it has more dimension. And if you just are using it in the office or you're going to school, you might opt for this one. And by this one I mean Riveting Rose, the one that does not have the iridescence, versus the Fiercely Fuchsia that does have the iridescent. So think about where you would wear these, and then you can choose which one you'd want, because they're very, very similar in color. Extremely. Although you can see here that it does have that purple. And that's it. That's all of them. You can find them in drugstores. There are 6 of them. I'm going to line these up again. There are 6 of them. Oh boy. Okay. They are limited edition, so you would find them in the Color Goes Electric display. I found mine at Duane Reade. But people have told me you can find them at Target, you can find them at Walgreens, you can find them at CVS. Wherever you can find them, I recommend you pick them up before they are gone. Like I said, very creamy, about 3 hours on the lips, very moisturizing, slight scent on some of them, no weird taste, not sticky, see? Not sticky, doesn't move, doesn't. The only one that will go into the creases of your lips is Punch of Pink, and it's not even severe. I'll show up close photos of that on my blog so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But if you loved, and I mean loved because I loved, the Maybelline Vivids collection, you're going to love these lip glosses. And if you're looking for something a little sheerer, you have the choice of Punch of Pink and Striking Peach. And if you're looking for something a little more opaque, you have Fiercely Fuchsia, Riveting Rose, and Mirrored Plum. And if you're looking for a baby pink, you have Punch of Pink. I mixed that up, didn't I? Yeah, the sheer one, I'm sorry, the sheer one is Knockout Pearl. So the sheer one's Knockout Pearl and Striking Peach, and then the baby pink is Punch of Pink. So I think there's something a little bit for everyone, so I hope you pick these up, and if you love them, let me know. Thanks.